Howdy, howdy, everybody. Chris here. We are back in the garage continuing the work on this Tahoe repair. We were repairing this quarter panel, and the first episode, we went ahead and straightened the metal on this quarter panel, got it into shape and ready for filler. And last week, we went over the entire process of mixing, applying, and block sanding filler. A lot of great information in that video. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. Today, I'm going to walk you through the steps of mixing, applying, and block sanding your primer and getting it perfectly ready for paint. We're going to use a U-POL 2253. This is a high build primer. You can mix it 4-to-1, 4 parts primer, 1 part activator, and get a really high build thick primer. Or you can go mix it 4-to-1 and get a primer surfacer, which is just a thinner primer. We're going to probably use something in between that. We'll mix it 4-to-1, and then we'll put a little bit of extra reducer in there just to thin it out a little bit. We're going to use a 1.7 tip on our gun because this is a really thick product. At those ratios, we'll use the R500 with a 1.7, and we'll put 2 coats on. Here's our activator, slow activator. Put our 2 parts in, or 1 part in, I mean. So as far as the adjustments, I'm going to start off with the fluid volume wide open, the fan wide open. We're going to set our air pressure reasonably low, probably about 15 psi. Right there. Overlap your passes. See how there's very low overspray? I'm going nice and slow. I'm not worried about really speed at this point. All right, there's 1 coat. We'll let it flash off. We're ready to block this out. The first thing we'll do is apply some guide coat to it. And it's going to show us the texture that we have in the panel. It's going to show us any high or low areas as we block it out. Any deep scratches, that'll help us identify those and block those out. I'm going to start by using this long block. This is just a DuraBlock with some Velcro on it. We'll use some 320 grit sandpaper. So we got our texture that this is removing. We got a little low spot here. Let's see if we can block that out, okay? So what we're doing is we're sanding down the primer around that low spot until we level it out. Now, we may break through into body filler. If that's the case, we might need a little bit more primer. We might need some glazing putty to fill a low area. Starting to block out. We're holding our block flat. We're going in different directions. Starting to break through into paint right there. So I can feel there's a little low spot there. So this might be a little high through here, so we'll block this down. So basically we just keep blocking it until The low spots are removed or we break through the primer. We're not putting a lot of pressure on this. We're just letting the sandpaper do the work. So I'll feel over this. That feels good. I guess there's a little bit of a low spot here, which I didn't feel before, but the guide code is showing me that. Yeah, there's definitely a low spot right there. I switched over to 180 grit to cut this just a little bit quicker because I think we're going to have to put some more primer over this. After switching my sandpaper to 180 and blocking this for a while, I found some waves and inconsistencies that I just wasn't happy with. So I blocked it down, and you can see we broke through into the body filler. We needed to do that in order to get this straight. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some USC icing. This is a glazing putty. This is going to fill any of those inconsistencies, help me to get it blocked straight, and then we're going to apply some more primer over top of this. We got our icing here. Fold it in until it's all one uniform color. Okay, got a little bit on my spreader here. So I'm going to start on this edge. I'll come down a little bit farther. Here, this little low spot. All right, we'll let that dry and then we'll block it out. Okay, we're gonna block this with some 150. And then there's a little low spot right here. We're just gonna correct this while we're here. Oh shit. We'll now block over this with 180 grit sandpaper to get it straight. We'll block over it again with 320 grit sandpaper to refine those scratches, and then we'll apply 2 coats of 2K urethane primer. This may seem a little bit excessive, but there are some waves and imperfections that needed to be corrected, especially with a black vehicle. It is what it is. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Darius went ahead and washed this and masked it off for primer. So now we're applying our 2 coats, 2K urethane primer, the 2253V by U-Pull. We'll get those coats on, let it dry, and then we'll block it out once again. We got our second coat of primer on this. You saw we went ahead and took care of a low spot here. We took care of a low spot here, and now it is straight. And we also took care of a little bit of a low spot there. So we should be able to block this out with 320 grit sandpaper and then refine those scratches and sand those with 600. And we'll be ready to paint this quarter panel, which we're going to paint the bumper cover at the same time. Let's block this out one more time. We're going to put some guide coat on it so we can see any high or low airs and see any scratches. So if there's some deep scratches, that'll show up. We'll be able to sand those out, and that's how you get a really elite quality finish, especially with black, because the primer really needs to be prepped out properly, nice and smooth. No deep scratches. If you allow those deep scratches, you will definitely see it in black. That is a definite pet peeve of mine, leaving deep scratches in your repair. So we'll start here, work our way this way. You can see where that little low spot was. See if that comes out this time. We're going right down to the edge of this body line. Keeping the block flat and blocking in all different directions. And if we do break through any spots, we can always seal this, put a little bit of sealer on it before we paint it, which I may do anyway. See how that's blocking out nice. See the little bit of guide coat right here. But I'm confident that'll block out. I can feel a very slight high spot there. You can't see it with the guide coat, but I can feel it. It's not anything that's probably going to be even noticeable, but that kind of lets me know I need to block this down a little bit and block into the rest of this panel. So it's really important to be able to develop a feel for your bodywork with your hand. Guide coat's a great tool, but if you can develop a feel with your hand, that's really going to be a game changer, and it's really going to help you improve your skill. Just need to block out this low spot right here, then we'll work this section. This is why it's important to make sure you don't have any flex in your panel, because if you have flex and you're trying to block down a high spot, it's going to flex and you'll never really be able to get it straight. That's all in the metal work. You want to make sure you get a nice firm panel, and you do that by heat shrinking if you got a flexible panel. Good. All right, let's get this. All right, so we got a 320, and I'll start by just doing this section here. Okay, we got this all sanded. See a little bit right here, we went through our primer. We're gonna put sealer over this before we paint it though. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ultra fine 600 grit foam pad, and I need to go around all these edges where we primed and clean them up, make sure they're nice and smooth for when we apply our paint. These sanding sponges work great. They get in tight areas. They're not too aggressive, so they're not going to create a big problem. But let's go ahead and sand this. I'm going to unmask it. We'll wash it and we'll move on to the next step. In the next episode, we're going to be painting this Tahoe. We'll paint the quarter panel and this bumper cover. I'll walk you through that entire process. I'll show you how we clean this, we prepare the shop. I'll share with you the steps we go through to clean this car and clean this panel, and what we do in the shop so we don't have a lot of dust floating around and we don't get a lot of imperfections in our paint. We're going to try and get this as clean as possible. If you're looking for a digital guide that's going to help you deal with primer, understand what primers to use in what situations, how to prep out the panel and get it ready for paint, I have a digital guide available at garagenoisegear.com, so you don't get lost in the steps of a video. So check those out at garagenoisegear.com. It's a great way to help support the channel. And if you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, the best way to do that is just to like this video and subscribe. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of you watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of Garage Noise.